Alright guys, see this flag behind me here? I know for a lot of you this represents racism and this represents everything that's wrong with this country. But seriously guys, I have a question for you. Okay, so my question is that if that is considered racist, then what symbolism can Australians use if they are incredibly proud of their country and its achievements? I also understand it's a contentious issue to have the flag floating in the sky. And what I don't get is that if you were to fly a Fremantle Dockers flag or a sports team's flag in your front yard, no one bats an eyelid because you're incredibly proud of what that team represents and you're incredibly proud of being a part of the team. If you were to fly an Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander flag in your front yard, no one would bat an eyelid because obviously the homeowner is incredibly proud to be Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander. So if you're incredibly proud to be an Australian, how do you represent that? Because personally, I don't think you should be made to feel guilty about flying an Australian flag in your front yard if you're incredibly proud to be an Australian. Because the thing is, I might not like the Fremantle Dockers and I might not like what they represent as a sports team, but I don't go to their front house and try and take the flag down, which is what's happening to a lot of Australians that are putting Australian flags up in their front yard for Australia Day. So this is a genuine question to the people who don't like the Australian flag and what it represents. What does someone put in their front yard or what does someone use to represent their immense pride in this country? And that's the problem that all these people that don't like the Australian flag are not willing to solve. Because if there was an alternative to the Australian flag that showed people the immense pride I have in this country and what it represents, and the fact that Australians have gone and given the ultimate sacrifice for that flag, or the fact that there's sports people that have won gold medals and broken world records under that flag, or the fact that we live in a country where I can even make a TikTok like this without persecution, what's our representation? Because if it's not the Australian flag, then what is it? And until someone can show me an alternative that represents exactly what I was just talking about there, then I'll fly the Australian flag. Because right now, there's no alternative.